The next very important master in the system is rate master. There are two types of rate master in the system, that is raw material rate master and then the labor rate master. First we will have a look into the raw material rate master. These are the different types of rate which can be defined in the system. The first very important rate chart is raw material rate chart, that is RM. Then the category for which rates needs to be defined. We'll take the example of diamonds first. Then the customer category. All the customer for whom we receive the orders belongs to customer category C. So we'll select the C over here. Next, rest of the fields which are asked over here are the fields for filtering the data. For example, here I need to get the records for customer US001. Here, this record means for customer US001 for whom the currency is US dollars, for raw material RDWHSI1 ranging between size 0 to 1.99 is being charged $200. Same way, the same quality ranging between size 2 to 3.99 will charge $225. Same way, we can define the rate chart for other RM categories also. Same way, the rates will be defined for color stones also. Next, we will take the example of accessories. For example, for customer US001 where the currency is US dollar, for post where the quality is post 14 karat white, when the gold rate, that is LME rate, ranges between 0 to 9,999, the sale rate will be $20 per piece. Per piece is because this particular quality is being charged by quantity. The cost rate is $12 over here. Ideally, the cost rate does not vary customer to customer, so it needs to be defined for the company. But in case of this customer, there is a special cost rate, that is why it is being defined over here. Or else, user needs to define the cost rate for customer code ZSELF, that is company itself. Next, RM rate chart for gold. Here, for customer US001 where the currency code is US dollar, subcategory will be defined as dash. RM code for example is G14 yellow. User can mention the design category also over here, or else it can be left blank. In case of gold, user can also fix the gold rate for a customer over a range of LME rates for a different caratages. BSW. The purpose of BSW, that is both size to weight chart, is basically to define the weight chart with respect to size. Size in terms of specific length and breadth of the specific RM subcategory. This table needs to define to get the pointer weights automatically for the specified length and width in the design master or the order entries. For example, over here the size to weight chart is defined where the baguette of length 1 and breadth as 2 weighs 0.003 carats. Here in the customer code we mention the code as ZSELF, that is company, because with respect to customer the weight chart does not going to vary. So here the customer code will be set as ZSELF. After BSW, the next TC type is CHN, chain customer. Here the RM category will be blank. Ideally, in case of local market, all the findings are open under RM category G, and all these findings are charged as per the gold rate except for RM category chain. The charging pattern for the chain is different from the other findings going in the piece and needs to be handled separately. So user has the provision over here where he can say that for a particular customer the pricing of chain needs to be done differently. RM category over here will be blank, customer category C, and the required customer need to be mentioned over here. Next is CRP, that is customer rate purity. It applies to all the metals like gold, platinum, silver and palladium. We will take an example of gold. Here user can specify the customer, then the subcategory will be dash, the RM code that is G14 yellow, and the customer purity which needs to be considered while calculating the rate of G14 yellow in the order entry. For example, I am taking customer purity as 0.585 for the given quality. Now what is the purpose of it? Now whenever a order is received for customer C001, system will take the rate purity defined over here in the CRP instead of referring the raw material master. That means if for a particular customer the rate purity is different from the rate purity defined in the raw material master, then the record for that customer and given RM code needs to be defined over here. Next is freight chart. The RM category will be blank over here. Over here, user can define the freight charges needs to be picked up in the invoice entry for a given customer based on the FOB value in the invoice. For example, over here for customer C001, if the FOB value ranges between $5,000 to $20,000, the freight which needs to be picked up in the invoice entry is $150. Save. Next TC type is ILC, that is increment logic chart. It's basically defined for diamond rates. First we will understand the purpose of ILC, that is increment logic chart. In system, when a rate chart is defined, it is fixed for a period of say 3 months or 6 months. After few months, when the cost rate of the RM changes, user needs to update the sale rate for all the customer in the system, which is very tedious and time consuming task. Now to save on effort and time, user has been provided with the option of ILC, that is increment logic chart. Here the user can define the logic to update the existing rate chart. For example, over here minimum increment is specified as the $25. Now for example, we have our current sale rate as $100. Then system will apply 20% increment on $100, which will get the $20 as the increment value. Now this $20 of increment is less than the $25. So instead of adding $20 to 100, system will add $25 to sale rate of $100. This will give us the final sales rate as $125. Next is maximum increment. The logic over here is same as the minimum increment. It is in case where the maximum increment value goes beyond the maximum increment specified over here, then system will consider maximum increment, that is $100, while getting the final sales rate. After defining ILC, user can proceed to refresh the rate charts. User will select the TC type as RM, that is raw material rate chart for RM category diamond, customer category C. For example, user needs to refresh the rates of customer C001. Now, before refreshing the rate, system asks for valid SEO password, that is special executive password. After clicking on refresh button, user is warned to copy the existing rate chart to history first and then refresh the rates. This is the precaution user must take before upgrading the rate chart. After the rates are copied to history, user can click on the Go button to refresh the rates. IMK. IMK is basically gets applied when a customer is being charged based on the stock rate of the raw material. Stock rate is the actual cost rate of the raw material. In this TC type, user can specify the markup percentage that needs to be applied on the RM cost rate and get the invoice rate in the invoice of a given customer. For example, over here, the IMK is being defined for customer C001. In case of invoices of C001 for all round diamonds, if the stock rate is between 10,000 rupees to 20,000 rupees, the markup of 25% will get applied. The markup percentage may vary depending upon the design category and the design code also. Here we have defined the markup percentage irrespective of design category and the design code. Next is round off option, minimum increment and maximum increment. The logic has been already explained for round off, minimum increment and maximum increment in the ILC rate chart. So we will now move to the next TC type, that is IML. Here the RM category will be left blank. IML is interlinked to the TC type IMK. The purpose here is to set the limit for the increment in the invoice, because as we saw, the markup is defined subcategory wise, and in a design, going in the invoice may consist of numerous RM subcategories, that is round, bucket, princess, all in one. So there are chances that the increment value may go beyond what is actually required. So this options avails the facility to set the limit to the markup value. For example, over here for customer C001, the markup limit is set up to $1,500. Next TC type is LMG. User can define the LME rate that needs to be considered for calculating the gold rate per gram in the order entry. The first step in arriving for gold rate per gram is to seek the latest LME rate in the date table. In this case, it is $1,525. After getting LME as $1,525 from the date table, system comes to this TC type, that is LMG, and seeks the record for the range in which 1525 falls. In this case, 1525 falls between the range of 1500 and 1560. So system will get 1555 as the LME rate in the order entry. Same way, the LME rates can be defined for palladium, platinum and silver also for different customers. Next TC type is loss percentage. Loss percentage can be defined for RM categories like gold, palladium, platinum and silver. Here we will take the example of gold. The purpose of loss percentage is to charge the loss to the customer, the loss which is incurred during the process of manufacturing. This loss percentage is considered while calculating the rate per gram in the order entry for metals. Here there is a sale loss percentage and the cost loss percentage. Sale loss percentage is the percentage which is being charged to the customers in the order entry. And the cost loss percentage is the actual loss which has been incurred by the company during the process of manufacturing. This is being considered while getting the cost price of the metal for a given design. The cost loss percentage can be defined only for customer code as Z-Self. System has a provision where a different loss percentage can be defined for individual customers. The loss percentage can be vary based upon the design category, design code, the loss category of the design, the RMKT. Here, in this record, customer C001 will be charged 10% as a loss percentage irrespective of any design category, design code, RMKT, etc. As we can see over here, for customer C001 itself, user has defined 5 loss percentage. Now, system has a logic where it needs to pick up the correct loss percentage for the given combination. System follows a logic which is being mentioned over here. For example, first, system will seek for the record where the specific design code and the RMKT has been mentioned. If the system gets this record matching to the order entry, then system will select that particular loss, or else it will next seek the record where the respective design category is mentioned with the respective loss category and the RM category, and will keep on seeking the records based on the same logic. If required, can note down this logic of seeking the loss percentage. Next TC type is PTR that can be defined for RM category D and customer category C. In the system parameters, the param type RM subcategory is there. In this parameter type, user has been asked the rate by option, where user can say whether a particular subcategory needs to be charged by sieve size wise or by pointer weight or by both sides, that is length and breadth. In case of round diamond, it is being generally charged by the sieve size wise. Buckets are being charged by both sides, that is length and the breadth of the raw material. And in case of bigger stones, they are charged by a pointer weight. We'll take example of round diamonds. Round diamonds are basically charged by sieve size wise. But it might be the case where a single customer or set of few customers have their rate charts in pointers. So their rate chart needs to be defined as per the RM pointers. So user needs to define such exceptional customer code in this TC type, that is PTR. Here for example, customer C001 is defined for whom the round rate chart will be maintained in terms of pointer instead of sieve size wise as defined in the RM subcategory parameter. The next TC type over here is QTT. The purpose here is to put a check on the raw material quantity issued in the bag. It might be the case that user may issue some more raw material or less raw material than what is actually required for the given piece in the bag. This may be intentionally or by mistake also, but this in result affect the business adversely. So to stop the extra or a very less issuement of raw material in the bag, user can define a QTT chart in the system where user can set a limit for the RM issued in the bag. The next TC type over here is QTT. The purpose here is to put a check on the raw material quantity issued in the bag. It might be the case that user may issue more raw material or a very less raw material than what is actually required for the given piece in the bag. This may be intentionally or by mistake also, but this in results affects the business adversely. So, to stop the extra or a very less issuement of raw material in the bag, user can define a QTT chart in the system, where user can set a limit for the raw material issue in the bag. The QTT chart can be defined for RM category D or C. Here we'll take the example of diamond, the customer category C. Here, for example, we will define the tolerance chart for customer code C001. Next is the RM shape for which tolerance needs to be defined. We'll take the example of round diamonds. If for a given design a special tolerance needs to be defined, then we need to mention the design code, or we can leave this field as blank. Then from quantity and to quantity, it is the slab of RM quantity for which we are defining the tolerance. For example, from 0 to 20 stones. Then user can define the negative tolerance and the positive tolerance, that is minimum quantity allowed and the maximum quantity allowed. Now there are two types of tolerance, that is fixed tolerance and the open tolerance. Fixed tolerance will get applied whenever the diamond weight is as per the actual, or user has fixed the sales price in the order entry. And the open tolerance will get applied in case when the diamond weights are charged as per the actuals, or fixed price option is set as no. Now we'll define the negative and the positive tolerance. Here we'll set the minimum tolerance as 0 stones and the positive tolerance as 2 stones. Same way, in case of open tolerance, will allow negative as 2 stones and positive tolerance also as a 2 stones. Now same way, user can define the tolerance for another slab of RM quantity. From 21 stones to 40 stones. The negative tolerance will be set as 0 and positive tolerance as 3. Negative tolerance will again be set as 2 and positive tolerance as again 2. Now what does these rows mean? For example, in the order RM quantity, total RM quantity for round is 12. In this case, the RM quantity 12 falls in the range of 0 to 20. So, in case of fixed tolerance, that is 0 to 2, system will allow for minimum quantity as 12, that is 12 minus 0, and the maximum quantity as 14, that is 12 plus 2. Same way, in case of open tolerance, system will allow the minimum quantity as 10, that is 12 minus 2, and the maximum quantity as 14, that is 12 plus 2. This way, user can define the tolerance chart for various RM subcategories, that is various RM shapes and various customers. In case if the user does not mention the RM subcategory, then the check gets applied for the total quantity of diamonds in the bag. In that case, the RM shape field, that is subcategory field, needs to be left blank. Here, the quantity can be set as 0 to 15, where the tolerance can be set as again 0 and 2 as the positive tolerance. The open negative tolerance will be set as 2 and the positive tolerance as 3. Now, what does this row means? For example, in the order, the total of RM quantity for RM category D is 10, which falls in the range of 0 to 15. The tolerance which system will allow for is, in the case of fixed tolerance, the minimum quantity is 10 and the maximum quantity is 12. In the case of open tolerance, system will allow for minimum quantity as 8 and the maximum quantity as 13. It means that in the case of fixed tolerance, the user will be allowed to issue between the range of 10 to 12 diamonds, and in the case of open tolerance, he will be allowed to issue between the range of 8 diamonds to 13 diamonds. Now, as far as the maximum side of check is concerned, the check will be get applied when the diamonds are being issued in the bag and at the time of bag is taken to the FG. And the minimum check will get applied when the bag is being moved from one location to another and as well as in the FG entry. The tolerance topic is very vast and the session for the same will be conducted later, where its intricacies and effects on each transaction will be explained in detail. The next TC type which we will take is WTT. Here also all the fields are same as the quantity tolerance, as we can see over here, except instead of quantity, user needs to define weight slab over here and the tolerance also in terms of weight. The purpose and the logic is totally same as QTT. Next TC type which we will take for understanding is RSZ, range size for stock. The purpose. In this industry, it is practically very difficult to maintain the stock for each RM size to the perfection, especially in the case of the bucket diamonds. This is due to exchange of diamonds because of the setting issues or breakage missing of the diamonds. So, as the user cannot maintain and tally the diamond stock up to the size level, he or she prefers to take the stock report range size wise and then tally the physical diamond stock with the report available from the system at range size level. Save. Here, for example, we will enter the record for bucket diamonds. Customer code. Here, customer code must be compulsorily Z self. RM shape as bucket. Then the size 1.1 to 1.3 and the range size will define as 1.1 dash 1.3. Now what does it mean? It means that the stock of bucket diamonds for the size ranging between 1.1 to 1.3 will be displayed under one head that is 1.1 to 1.3. That is, system will total the weight for all the RM sizes in the given range size. That is, the weight of size 1.1, weight of 1.2 and the weight of 1.3 will be totaled up and will be displayed under one head, that is 1.1-1.3. The next TC type is STW, that is size to weight chart. System has the provision to define the weight chart for each raw material subcategory based on the RM size. The chart stores the per piece weight of the given raw material subcategory against a given raw material size. For example, over here, the chart has been defined for customer code Z-self, that is company itself. As the size to weight chart is not going to vary customer wise, user needs to mention the customer code as Z-self. The weight chart is defined for RM shape round. Then the size range. For example, over here, the size range is mentioned as size 1 to 1.4999. For this range size, the weight is per piece weight of the diamond will be 0.0074. This per piece weight will be automatically get picked up in the design master entry and in the order entry. Next TC type is WCT, that is casting weight tolerance. In case of casting weight tolerance, the RM category will be blank. This tolerance chart is applied to metals. The purpose of WCT is to define the metal tolerance chart with respect to casting weight of the design. In manufacturing process, to avoid weight issues at a later stage, user wants to control the per piece weight at a very initial stage itself. This can be done through a casting weight tolerance chart. For example, over here, if the casting weight ranges between 0 to 10 grams, the user will be allowed the leverage of plus or minus 5% on the casting weight. The casting weight of each design is stored in the design master. For example, for design RG10083, the casting weight is stored over here. Now, there may be the case where in the order entry, metal RM weight may vary from the design master weight. So, to derive at the minimum maximum tolerance, system recalculates the base cast weight first. The base cast weight will be calculated by proportionate logic. For example, if the design master exists in 9 carat and the order is being received in 14 carat, then the RM weight in the order entry will differ from the design master weight. So, the same applies to cast weight also. Now, to derive the cast weight for the order entry, system will follow the given formula. Next TC type is WXT, that is wax weight tolerance. The purpose here is same as the casting weight tolerance, except that the casting weight tolerance applies on the cast weight, whereas the wax weight tolerance gets applied on the wax weight specified in the design master. Here, user will see to that the wax pull-out weight of the design to be maintained at a waxing stage itself, so as to avoid any weight tolerance issues at the FG level or at a later stage of production. The field specified over here is same as the casting weight tolerance. Next TC type in the system are XDM, XI, XIO and XZA. In system, these extra factors are used to show the increased weight either to the customer or to the customs official. These factors are available in 4 forms, that is XDM, that is extra weight in the order based on the weight specified in the design master. Next is XIA, that is extra invoice weight based on the actual weight issued in the bag. Next, XIO, that is extra invoice weight based on the order weight. And lastly, XZA, that is extra customs weight based on the actual weight. First is XDM. In XDM, for example, the diamond weight in the design master is 48 cents, but user wants to quote for 50 cents to the customer. Here, in this entry, user has the option to simply specify the weight, round of weight which needs to be charged to the customer. In this case, it is 50 cents. That is, user can specify the round of weight as 50 cents where the diamond weight varies between 48 cents to 50 cents in the design master. The another option is to specify the weight needs to be added to the design master weight. That is, user can specify the cent weight as 0.02. That is 0.02 over here, where diamond weight varies between 48 cents to 50 cents. Here, if the design weight is 48 cents, system will get the 50 cents in the order and quotation by adding 2 cents to the design master weight. The point here needed to be noted that user can define this chart either for individual RM subcategory or for blank subcategory. Blank RM subcategory means for the total diamond weight. Here we have taken the example of blank RM subcategory, that is for total diamond weight. Next is XIA. Here also user can specify the chart in the same way as it was defined in the XDM. The usage and the purpose of each field is same as the XDM, except that it is used to get the extra weight in the invoice to charge to the customer based on the actual weight issued in the bag. 2 points need to be noted here, that the XIA gets applied in the invoice only if the user has opted to charge the diamond weight based on the actual. The given setting is asked in the design detail frame of the order. The design detail frame, the option asked is all weights from order, yes or no, and weights from order. The next point is that in the invoice, the increased weight of the diamonds get adjusted against the main metal weight so as to match the actual gross weight of the piece. Next EC type is XIO. Here also all the fields are same as the XIA and the XDM. The purpose here is to get the extra weight in the invoice to charge to the customer based on the order weight. Here, user must charge the diamond weight based on the order weight. The last one is XZA. This is also defined in the same way we have defined for XDM and XIA. This is used to show the extra weight to the custom officials to handle breakage and missing stock on the books. Here we complete the understanding of raw material rate chart. Now we will move to the next rate chart, that is labor rate chart.